Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hockey Writers YouTube channel. I'm Jacob Billington, joined with Matthew Zator, and we are here today to talk about David Kämpf signing with the Vancouver Canucks. It's a one-year, $1.1 million deal. Obviously, there's been a lot of drama around him as of late. He made $2.4 million. That was a bit rich for the Maple Leafs' liking, so they sent him to the AHL. He refused to report, and the contract was terminated. It is what it is. That's all in the past. So the Vancouver Canucks get David Kämpf on a $1.1 million deal. Matthew, what does David Kämpf bring to the Vancouver Canucks?
Well, the biggest thing is his faceoffs. He in his career, he's over 50% in every one of his seasons. Not totally above it, but really good. I mean, I think good centerman, 50%. That's decent. And he's really great penalty killer. And the Canucks, as we've chronicled on the last video, is they're horrible. 32nd in the NHL in penalty kill. He'll come in. He'll be another center that can win draws, not just on the PK, but just in the defensive zone in general, which, again, the Canucks have been really struggling in. Elias Pettersson's taking a ton of faceoffs right now. If Kämpf can take a bit of that burden off of him, especially in the defensive zone, and Teddy Blueger should be back soon here too. So having Kämpf as an additional guy that can do that, really great thing. And he's always been a great penalty killer in Toronto. Spencer, even on the Maple Leafs news and rumors, he was saying that Maple Leafs actually miss him on their PK. So, I mean, he's going to really add to that. He won't score a ton. He hasn't really scored a lot of goals. He's around 9-10 goals a season, which, I mean, is not horrible. That's like Teddy Blueger again, too. So, I mean, it's another Teddy Blueger, and he can add a bit more. I really like the signing. It's low risk. It's not a lot of money. If it doesn't work out this season, well, he's gone. And they can even bury him in the AHL he doesn't want to play there. I mean, I don't think they'll try to do that again with this. But I think it's a good addition for what the Canucks need right now.
Yeah, and even the Canucks center depth when healthy. You look at Pettersson, you got Philip Hedl, you got Teddy Blueger, you got a couple of guys that aren't really statement players. And of course, David Kämpf is not a statement player, but even healthy, that there is a spot for him in the lineup in Vancouver. It's just really frustrating for him that his contract was a little too high and nobody would take him, and it took a big process to get there and fighting with the Leafs over signing bonus money and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you kind of broke it down a little bit for what he's going to bring to the team, but what are your personal thoughts on the Kämpf signing? Is it worth it? I mean, very, very low risk, but do you think that he is going to help solve the problems?
Him himself, he won't. I mean, the Canucks need guys that can score goals, and he's not going to add that. He's more of a defensive center. I like it in the fact that he'll help the penalty kill, special teams. And a lot of the time, the Canucks have been losing because they can't kill a penalty. And that alone, if that he can help with that, in general, that's great for the Canucks. And I mean, who knows? I didn't think that Kiefer Sherwood would add a lot of goals and offense to this team when he was signed. I mean, Kämpf has some skill. He's shown that in the past with the Maple Leafs. I mean, statistically, he hasn't really impacted offensively, but you never know. If he clicks with some players, he'll be able to. Right now, because of the way the center depth is, he might actually slot in as a second line center right now because Lucas Reichel hasn't really fit there. As a centerman, he's been benched a lot in the third periods for Max Sasson. I think Kämpf is a bit more skilled than Sasson, so I think he might actually make a bigger impact than people expect right now. So we'll see. But I like the signing and just the defense aspect of it. But he might add more offense than you think.
So if Adam Foote were to take a sick day and call you and say, hey, I need you to coach the team, where are you going to put Kämpf in the lineup? Is it going to be on the second line? What wingers are you going to stick him with? Where are you going to have him in the roster?
Right now, I'd put him on the second line. I'd play him with, the lines have been really mixed up lately, but I like him in between. I mean, you're looking at guys like Evander Kane. I think, right at this point, Evander Kane's playing on the top line. But I mean, in general, I don't know. Wingers, it doesn't really matter at this point. I think second line for sure, and he can maybe even get a lot of minutes. So I mean, right now, I think he is the second line center, and because of the guys they have, he's probably the second best right now. Until Bluger gets back, and even then, they're kind of the same type of player. So I'd slot him second line right now.
Yeah. There's a lot of, like, with all the injuries that the Canucks have had, it's almost unfair to kind of try and decide where to put a guy because everything's moving all the time. And Evander Kane took a puck to the face in practice, so he didn't look good after that.
Yeah.
So they've just been battling so many injuries. Like you said, Kämpf isn't going to be a huge game changer, but like you also said with Pettersson's been taking a ton of faceoffs in the defensive zone, and that's a big thing.
I mean, Ratu, I'm glossing over him. He hasn't really added a lot of offense. That's why I think, but he's looked really good. He's their best faceoff guy. And like I was saying about taking the burden off Pettersson, take a bit off him too. He's taking some draws in the defensive zone as well. But it's Pettersson that's taking the big amount. So I don't know why Ratu's not getting more responsibility because he is the better percentage-wise. But, Kämpf is going to really add to that. So, I mean, no disrespect to Ratu. I didn't really – I'm like, oh, he's not he's actually looked really good with Drew O'Connor and Jake DeBrusk lately. So, Kämpf is just going to really remove the burden off a lot of these guys because he can win faceoffs, and his career numbers show that.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about the penalty kill and the faceoffs, but even just 5-on-5 defense, like he'll contribute there. Obviously, Demko's out, so your goaltending has a question mark there. The team defense, like the six defensemen haven't looked fantastic. You got Mancini back now, but even still, like he's not a game breaker either. Kämpf is going to help with the team defense as well, which is really important. The Canucks aren't thriving in that department. They're not necessarily the worst, but they're certainly far from one of the best teams. So yeah he's going to help out there as well.
For sure. I like the signing. Just the biggest thing is that penalty killing aspect, because he's shown to be a really good guy there, and they really miss that Pius Suter type presence, which he might actually add that back in. And Suter wasn't that good on faceoff. So I think it might actually be a really big signing for what they need right now. Yeah.
So thank you for joining me, Matthew. That's been 8 minutes of talking about David Kämpf signing with the Vancouver Canucks. Let us know your thoughts on the signing in the comments, and check out all the other content on the Hockey Writers YouTube channel. And we'll be sure to talk about this on the next episode of News and Rumors, see how he's kind of settling in with the team, see if he gets into the lineup right away. But until then, see you next time.